Back in the summer of 2021, Trevor Bauer was accused of some pretty messed up things by a woman, and things have never been the same for him again. Bauer hasn't thrown a major league pitch since, and there's just been a ton of behind the scenes drama with his situation. More women came out accusing him. Bauer ended up receiving a 2-year suspension, although he had no criminal charges against him, and that suspension was then reduced in December of 2022, meaning Bauer was reinstated back into baseball and allowed to play again. Well, allowed to play if any team wants him to play for them, and that doesn't seem to be the case. Well, doesn't seem to be the case. I mean, it wasn't the case at all. The Dodgers would release Bauer, but they still have to pay him what he's owed for the 2023 season, the final year of his 3-year contract he signed back before the 2021 season. What that means is that any team has the ability to get Bauer for virtually free. All they'd have to do is pay him the league minimum salary, which is less than $1 million. That's so easy, right? You're able to sign a man who's just a couple years removed from winning a Cy Young award for the league minimum? Well, apparently not so easy, because no teams want anything to do with him. My prediction was that Bauer would 100% not sign with any big league team before opening day, and that there would be a 50-50 shot he signs with someone in the middle of the season, but even that started to seem way less than a 50% chance of happening. I mean, if nobody wants Bauer now, when he's so cheap to get, it's just clear that nobody wants him at all. In their eyes, he's too controversial, would bring too much backlash from the fans, and maybe too many of the players don't even want to deal with Bauer. That could very well be a factor too. I really do believe that Bauer is at least kind of being blackballed here, and for those who don't know, blackballed in this case is when basically every owner in baseball decides not to sign a player. I'm not sure that's exactly what's happening here, but it does seem like everyone is pretty much on the same page with how to go about the Bauer situation. The days are going by, the weeks are going by, Bauer is still without a team, and at this point it just looks like he really won't find one. Well, at least not in America. Trevor Bauer has found a new team, a new home. He's headed overseas to Japan. He signed a 1-year deal with the Bay Stars of the Nippon Professional Baseball Organization in Japan. Bauer will be making $4 million plus potentially more with incentives. Maybe this is the route Bauer has to take to make it back to Major League Baseball. Maybe he's got to pitch his butt off, do really well over there, and prove that he's still a good Major League quality pitcher. But then again, I just don't buy that this is what this is all about. I'm going to say it again. Bauer was available for the league minimum and nobody wanted to sign him. You could have easily signed the man just to see how well he'd do. And oh yeah, the season hasn't even started yet. Throw him in some spring training games and see how he does there as well. You know, the games that don't matter, so you can afford to see him get crushed if he gets crushed out there. But nope, nobody wanted him. And it's obviously because of the off-the-field accusations along with Bauer's overall controversial persona that owners and maybe even the players just don't want to deal with. It does make you think though. I mean, Marcell Ozuna was caught on video grabbing his wife, yet served only 20 games for a suspension and was back playing for the Braves in no time. And this is a dude who was also arrested for a DUI a little over a year after he was caught on tape fighting his wife. Ozuna is still on the team without seemingly any issues. Imagine if Bauer was in Ozuna's situation, caught on tape putting his hands on a woman and then being arrested for a DUI? Makes you think. I think Bauer gets more punishment from the league because of how outspoken he is. Like, most of you probably don't even know how Marcell Ozuna's voice sounds. But Bauer? The dude talks a lot. He's very vocal and doesn't shy away from publicly criticizing the league along with the commissioner, Rob Manfred. He hates that dude. And you gotta think that may have something to do with his crazy long suspension and no teams touching him following the suspension being reduced. So again, maybe playing overseas is the only way Bauer can make it back to the big leagues. Or not, and this is just him taking any opportunity he can to pitch, knowing that no major league team will sign him for 2023 or any time after that. And hey, I'm sure he'll be able to make some cool YouTube content out of it as well, if that means anything to you. Trevor Bauer has thrown his last pitch ever for the Dodgers, and maybe even for his MLB career, but that doesn't mean he can't pitch at all, as he will be going overseas to play in Japan, and it will be interesting to see how it all plays out. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.